Good evening. This is All India Radio and I am VC Pramod with the news at 9. The headlines. Winter session of Parliament begins tomorrow. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says government ready to discuss all issues of national importance in both the houses. Counting of votes for assembly elections in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Telangana and Mizoram to be taken up tomorrow. UK court orders extradition of fugitive businessman Vijay Mallya to India. National pension scheme to be revised with entire tax-free withdrawal, says Finance Minister Arun Jaitley. Indigenously built intercontinental ballistic missile Agni-5 successfully test-fired from Chandipur. And India win first test against Australia in Adelaide by 31 runs. Winter session of Parliament begins tomorrow. The nearly month-long session will continue till the 8th of next month. Briefing media after the all-party meeting in New Delhi today, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Narendra Singh Tomar quoted Prime Minister Narendra Modi as saying that the government is ready to discuss all issues of national importance on the floor of both the Houses of Parliament.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी भी बैठक में उपस्थित हुए। उन्होंने सभी सदस्यों को संबोधित करते हुए कहा कि हम सबको एक दूसरे के साथ सहयोग करके जनहित के मुद्दों पर विचार विमर्श करना चाहिए। लोकतंत्र में पक्ष और विपक्ष दोनों का इनपुट होता है तो काम को बढ़ाने में बहुत मदद मिलती है और सरकार नियम प्रक्रिया के अनुसार सभी जो विषय आएंगे उनमें चर्चा के लिए तैयार है।
Giving details about the legislative agenda, Mr. Tomar said,
यह शीतकालीन सत्र 29 दिनों का है। लगभग इसमें 20 बैठकें होंगी। सरकार की ओर से लगभग 46 मदें निर्धारित की गई हैं जिन पर कामकाज सदन करे ये अपेक्षा है, जिसमें विधेयक भी हैं, 3 अध्यादेश हैं और सप्लीमेंट्री बजट भी है। आज इस बैठक में सभी लीडर्स उपस्थित थे। सभी ने सदन को चलाने में सहयोग प्रदान करने के लिए सरकार को आश्वस्त किया है।
Our correspondent reports 3 bills to replace Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Marriage Ordinance, Indian Medical Council Amendment Ordinance and Companies Amendment Ordinance are slated to be passed. Some important pending legislations including Consumer Protection Bill and Juvenile Justice Care and Protection of Children Amendment Bill are also expected to be considered during the session. Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu has urged the leaders of all sides in the House to ensure a productive winter session. Mr. Naidu said this during the meeting with leaders in New Delhi for smooth functioning of the upper house. 31 leaders, including ministers, attended the meeting. An official release said both the ruling and opposition parties in the Rajya Sabha have assured Mr. Naidu of their full cooperation for a productive session. Leader of the House, Arun Jaitley, said government is willing to discuss any issue. Leader of the opposition, Ghulam Nabi Azad, said Congress also wants a meaningful and productive session. All arrangements are in place for tomorrow's counting of votes for elections to Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Telangana and Mizoram assemblies. In Chhattisgarh, counting will be held for all 90 assembly seats. Our correspondent reports counting centres have been set up in all the 27 district headquarters of the state.
After 20 days of intense speculation and claims, counting of votes of assembly elections is all set to begin in less than 12 hours from now in Chhattisgarh. Prominent among those whose fate will be decided tomorrow include Chief Minister Raman Singh, former Chief Minister Ajit Jogi, former Union Minister Charan Das Mahant, Speaker of Chhattisgarh Vidhan Sabha Gauri Shankar Agrawal, Leader of Opposition T.S. Singh Dev, BJP State President Dharamlal Kaushik and Congress State President Bhupesh Baghel. Vikalp Shukla, AIR News, Raipur.
In Madhya Pradesh, counting will take place for 230 assembly constituencies. According to the State Election Office, counting will begin at 8 a.m. Postal ballots will be taken up first. Counting from electronic voting machines will start at 8:30 a.m. Our correspondent has more.
Around 14,600 counting personnel will be deployed for the counting of votes. The counting process will be videographed. Around 1,200 CCTV cameras are installed in counting rooms. As many as 2,899 candidates are in the fray for the election of 230 assembly seats. The BJP has fielded candidates on all seats. The Congress on 229 seats. It left 1 seat for Sharad Yadav's Loktantrik Janata Dal. while 1,094 independent candidates are also testing their electoral fortunes. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
In Telangana, votes will be tallied for 119 assembly seats. Counting centers have been set up at 43 locations, most of which are district headquarters. Here is more from our correspondent.
The counting of votes in Telangana will begin with postal ballots at 8 a.m. tomorrow. All the 119 constituencies will have 12 to 42 rounds of counting, depending on the number of votes in the presence of over 1,900 micro-observers. The results of Bhadrachalam, Ashwarapet and Belampalli are expected to come out first as they have less number of votes. This time, the voter slip from at least one of the VVPATs also will be counted at the end of the counting of each constituency to tally the count. It may be recalled that 73.2% of 2 crore 80 lakh voters cast their vote. Lakshmi, AIR News, Hyderabad.
In Rajasthan, counting will take place for 199 seats out of 200 assembly constituencies at 8 a.m. Our correspondent has filed this report.
Chief Electoral Officer Anand Kumar has said that 3-tier security arrangements have been made for counting of votes tomorrow. 4,000 personnel of paramilitary forces have been deployed at counting center. He said CCTV cameras have been installed to keep a close watch on counting process. Results will be displayed on 350 LED screens set up across the state by IT department. Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Jaipur.
In Mizoram, counting will be held for 40 assembly seats. Our correspondent reports 13 counting centers have been set up across the state.
Unlike previous polls, this time four-cornered battle is happening for the first time. Chief Electoral Officer Ashish Kundra said 1,401 counting officials are being deployed for counting of votes. There will be 347 EVM counting tables and also 40 postal ballot counting tables in 40 counting halls. Irene, AIR News, Aizawl.
Janadesh. Results of Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Mizoram, Rajasthan and Telangana Assembly elections. On Tuesday, 11th December 2018. Live and balanced analysis from 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Special Radio Bridge program connecting the 5 poll-bound states between 9:30 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. Tune in to FM Gold, Rajdhani Channel and National Network of All India Radio.
The News Services Division of All India Radio has made changes to bulletins as part of its special coverage of counting of votes tomorrow. The 12 noon bulletin will be of 10 minutes instead of 5. The Hindi bulletin that follows will be aired from 12:10 to 12:20 p.m. The duration of midday bulletin in English and Dopaher Samachar in Hindi has also been extended by 15 minutes. Midday news will be broadcast from 2 to 2:30 p.m. while Dopaher Samachar will be aired from 2:30 to 3 p.m. The 6 p.m. bulletin in English and 6:05 p.m. bulletin in Hindi will be extended by 5 minutes. AIR News will also carry special programs for the latest updates on election results from 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. A radio bridge program will also be broadcast from 9:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. by linking Aizawl, Raipur, Bhopal, Jaipur and Hyderabad stations. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. You can also log on to our website newsonair.nic.in. A UK court today ordered that Vijay Mallya will be extradited to India. He faces charges of fraud and money laundering to the tune of 9,000 crore rupees. Delivering the verdict, Westminster Magistrate Court Chief Magistrate Judge Emma Arbuthnot said there was no sign of a false case being mounted against Mallya. CBI has expressed hope to bring Mallya back to India soon. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley has welcomed the court's judgment.
However powerful and important you are, the law is certainly above you. And wherever you hide in the world after cheating this country, India will find you out. And that is what seems to have happened. We have succeeded now in getting him back. It's a proud moment for India.
Information and Broadcasting Minister Colonel Rajavardhan Rathore has said the UK court's order is a major victory in the war on the UPA scams. In a tweet, Mr. Rathore said the government's relentless persistence under the Prime Minister's leadership and focus has resulted in this win for India. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley has said Cabinet had decided to make some changes in the National Pension Scheme NPS on the 6th of this month. He was speaking to media in New Delhi today.
एम्प्लॉय का शेयर जो होगा वो 10% ही रहेगा। सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का जो शेयर होगा उसमें उसको 10 से 14% कर दिया गया है। So there is a 4% increase in the contribution of the central government। एक दूसरा महत्वपूर्ण चेंज जो हुआ है कि रिटायरमेंट पे एग्जिट के टाइम पे 60 वो निकालते थे, उस 60 में से 40 टैक्स फ्री था और 20 टैक्सेबल था। इस 60 के 60 को टैक्स एग्जेम्प्टेड कर दिया गया है।
Reserve Bank Governor Dr. Urjit Patel today stepped down from his post, citing personal reasons. In a statement, Dr. Patel said he is stepping down with immediate effect. He said it was his privilege and honor to serve in the Reserve Bank of India in various capacities over the years. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that under the leadership of Dr. Urjit Patel, the Reserve Bank brought financial stability, steered the banking system from chaos to order and ensured discipline. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said Dr. Patel is an economist of a very high caliber with a deep and insightful understanding of macroeconomic issues and a thorough professional with impeccable integrity. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley tweeted, "The government acknowledges with deep sense of appreciation the services rendered by Dr. Urjit Patel, both in his capacity as the Governor and the Deputy Governor of RBI." In his reaction, Congress President Rahul Gandhi, however, said the RBI Governor resigned because he was protecting the institution and not able to function. Mr. Gandhi was speaking to media in New Delhi this evening. Indigenously built intercontinental ballistic missile Agni-5 was test-fired successfully from Abdul Kalam Island under Chandipur Interim Test Range today. This is the fourth successful test of the missile. The 17-meter-long missile with 2-meter diameter can hit the target from a distance of 5,000 kilometers. It can carry both nuclear and traditional weapons. Noted historian and former Vice-Chancellor of Jamia Millia Islamia University, Mushirul Hassan, passed away in New Delhi today after a prolonged illness. He was 69. The Sensex closed with a 2-month low today, plunging around 2% amid weak global share markets. A report.
The key stocks today fell amid concerns of investors over outcome of state elections, weakening rupee, and escalation in US-China trade tensions. Fresh foreign fund outflows further pulled down the key indices. The Sensex at the Bombay Stock Exchange tumbled 714 points to close below the 35,000 mark at 34,960. The Nifty at the National Stock Exchange declined 205 points to 10,488. The rupee at the forex market also weakened 57 paise to 71 rupees and 34 paise against the dollar. V. Ravi Kumar with Sanjeev Kumar Singh for AIR News.
India beat Australia by 31 runs in the first test to take a 1-0 lead in the 4-match series at Adelaide this morning. Chasing a target of 323, Australia were all out for 291 in 119.5 overs on the final day. The home side resumed from overnight 104 for 4, needing 219 more for an improbable victory. Batting first, India were all out for 250 in their first innings and then bowled out the host for 235 to take a 15-run lead. India made 307 in their second innings to set Australia a challenging target. In the Men's Hockey World Cup 2018 in Bhubaneswar today, England and France booked their places in the quarterfinals. While England sailed past New Zealand 2-0 in the first crossover match, France beat China 1-0 in the second match. In Jammu and Kashmir, fresh snowfall occurred in higher reaches today. Snowfall was reported in Minimarg in Kargil, Gulmarg and Pir Ki Gali. The Mughal Road, which connects Poonch and Rajouri districts of Jammu region with South Kashmir Shopian district, was closed for vehicular traffic due to snowfall in high altitude areas. The Met Department has forecast more rain and snow during the next 24 hours in the state. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Winter session of Parliament begins tomorrow. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says government ready to discuss all issues of national importance in both the houses. Counting of votes for assembly elections in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Telangana and Mizoram to be taken up tomorrow. UK court orders extradition of fugitive businessman Vijay Mallya to India. National pension scheme to be revised with entire tax-free withdrawal, says Finance Minister Arun Jaitley. Indigenously built intercontinental missile Agni-5 successfully test-fired from Chandipur. And India win first test against Australia in Adelaide by 31 runs. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website newsonair.nic.in. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.